This is the video that you guys wanted to see. 10 reasons why you should be cheerful about Manchester United this season. There's only one little ray of sunshine in your life. That was the obvious choice for that. That's me. So my name is Howson. This is Full Time Devils. Let's have a look at number 10. Momentum. Winning is a habit, and we are starting to put together a couple of seasons of picking up some silverware. We saw how important this was for Sir Alex Ferguson in the early 90s. 1990 we pick up the FA Cup. 1991 the Cup Winners' Cup. 1992 we pick up a League Cup, and it all started building us to winning the first title in 26 years. Now Sir Alex Ferguson has left Manchester United, and we're almost entering a bleak enough period like that where we need to be starting picking up league titles and getting back to where we belong. Jose Mourinho is clearly the man to do that with us, and we are building to a team that is picking up trophies on a season by season basis. Now last season we disappointed in the league, no one's going to deny that, but under Jose Mourinho, with the signings that we've got, with the squad that we have assembled, we are starting to put together some momentum. Number 9, Angel Gomez. Maybe we should have had him at number 10 because that is the number he's going to wear for Manchester United in the future. Angel's got an absolutely massive season ahead of him, becoming the youngest Premier League player for Manchester United, the first player born this millennium to play in the Premier League for Manchester United. He's the 4th youngest player to play for the club since Duncan Edwards. He's not in bad company, is he? This is a massive year for Angel. He's going to be playing in the Youth League, he's going to be playing in the Youth Cup, and we expect Manchester United to have a really good run at those. But his development as a footballer is absolutely key this season. I don't think we're going to see too much of him in the first team. Maybe he'll get a run out in the League Cup, something along those lines, possibly even introduced at the end of the season like he was last season. But the year for his development is this year. It's going to be absolutely massive, and I think this is one reason to be cheerful as a Manchester United fan. Number 8, chances created. Now, Manchester United last season created a little bit less chances than Manchester City and Liverpool. We took just a little bit less shots than Tottenham did, but we was in the top 3 or 4 for all of these stats. The problem was our conversion rate. We was 16th, 17th in the league, which left us down near Watford for conversion rate, and that's not good enough for Manchester United. Now, if we change that one thing, the chances that we're creating, the likes of Paul Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Juan Mata, the players that we've got in this squad that can create those chances, all we've got to do is start putting them away, and we are going to absolutely fly up the league. Number 7, Timothy Fosu Mensah. You know how much I love this kid. I treat him like he's my own son. Fosu Mensah is one of those players that's got an unbelievable future ahead of him, all the potential in the world. He can do whatever he wants to do in this game. Chances were limited for him under Jose Mourinho last year, and he got injured at the top point where everybody else was getting played, and he missed out a little bit because I think he would have been further ahead in his development by now. Number 6, the Champions League is back at Old Trafford. Manchester United are one of the premier teams in world football, regardless of where the squad is right now. I think it's probably a little bit off the very best teams in Europe, but the Champions League is where Manchester United belong. The Champions League, let's face it, is not the same without Manchester United being in it, and I can't wait for those crisp November, December nights when the Champions League music plays on the Stretford end. Oh, I can't wait. Number 5 is Anthony Martial. Now, Martial is smiling. Apparently, well, maybe he's smiling on the inside because his face never seems to show it, does it? Martial is happy at Manchester United. We've seen the transfer rumour smackdowns that he's been putting on social media. I think they're absolutely fantastic, and I do wish more players at the club would do that when they're linked with a move away, especially when they're happy here. Now, Martial's had a couple of excellent cameos on pre-season and a couple of individual highlights that are highlight reel stuff, genuine highlight reel stuff. This is a huge season for him where it could go one or two ways for him, but I think it's going to go in a positive way. I think Jose Mourinho experimenting with 2 strikers up front is really going to benefit the Frenchman, and even if he has to play on the left-hand side, as long as he's getting regular games, Anthony Martial's going to show us what he's shown us in that first season, and I genuinely can't wait. Number 4, Nemanja Matic. The Serbian is a huge signing for Manchester United in both senses of the word. The guy is 6'4". He's absolutely physically intimidating. Jose Mourinho knows exactly what this guy's going to bring to the team, and that's going to be the defensive blanket in front of the back 4 and the midfield completely shored up by what he brings. He keeps a watchful eye on what's happening from the attack and snuffs it out before there's any real danger. But it's more than what he offers in terms of the defensive side of the game. It's what he offers in the attacking side of the game, which admittedly on himself isn't that much, but what he offers to Paul Pogba is he frees up Paul Pogba from all the defensive responsibilities and allows Paul Pogba to be the creative midfielder that we all know he could be. Paul Scholes would not have been Paul Scholes without Roy Keane. Paul Scholes would not have been Paul Scholes without Michael Carrick or Owen Hargreaves. Those was his best times when he had a defensive player behind him and he could just do the creating. Paul Scholes is the model for Paul Pogba. That range of passing, the creation, the goals coming from distance. I think we're going to see a massive season from Paul Pogba this season, and one of the main reasons for that is Nemanja Matic. Number 3, football is back. Not only is the Premier League back, not only is the Champions League relevant again because Manchester United are in it, but we've also got a World Cup at the end of this season. There's going to be so many games between now and this time next year that I cannot wait. We've also got the Youth League that Manchester United are going to be competing in and everything in between. Maybe there's even some Full-Time Devils FC games that we can get involved in as well. Number 2, Jose's second season syndrome. Say that fast. Jose has proved himself to be utterly flawless in his second season every single place that he goes. Now, second season syndrome for a champion usually means that you don't usually retain the league unless it's Manchester United. But Jose Mourinho's second season is a reason to be cheerful because everywhere he's gone, he has won the league in his second season. Now, that's going to be an almighty ask, maybe the biggest ask of his career to take Manchester United from 6th to champions in his second season. But you know what? If anybody can do it, Jose Mourinho's the man. Number 1, the main reason to be cheerful for Manchester United fans this season is Romelu Lukaku. This is a lad that I have wanted at Manchester United for so long. The reasons are soon to become completely obvious. I think he's going to score 30 goals. I think he's going to absolutely smash it for Manchester United, but it's not just what he offers in the box. Romelu Lukaku is an all-round forward that brings in other players around the game. And because of the way he plays football and because of how you have to deal with him as a centre-forward, we saw him running the channels fantastically on pre-season. Because of the way he moves around the pitch, he's so fast, he's so mobile, he's so different to what we had in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, that the fluidity of Manchester United's play is going to improve. We are going to become that counter-attacking side of the 90s again with a big, powerful number 9. He's not just going to lead the line in that sense, he's going to drag players all over the place, and he's going to create goals and space for other people. We've seen it already when he moves to one side, that frees up a bit of space, and be that Rashford, be that Mkhitaryan, be that Martial, be that Paul Pogba coming in and ghosting to get a goal. Lukaku is going to create goals for other people just in his movement. He might not even need to make the pass to create a goal. And that is the number 1 reason to be cheerful for Manchester United, because last season we just didn't score enough goals. We was overly reliant on Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and while I think that Pogba and Lukaku can recreate that sort of relationship that they had where Pogba was creating all the goals for Zlatan, I definitely think that Lukaku is going to take it to another level. He's going to replace those goals that Zlatan scored, but he's going to allow the rest of the team to score more as well because he's a more team player than Zlatan was for Manchester United. And that, for me, is the number 1 reason to be cheerful because I think he's going to lead us to the title. So there we have it. That's the 10 main reasons to be cheerful for Manchester United fans this season. But shout out to United Pies. Can't wait to be meeting you guys again. Shout out to Zlatan because we might be seeing you again, maybe around Christmas time. And shout out to you guys for joining us. We're heading for 500,000 subscribers. You guys can help us get there. Get your comments in below. What other reasons are there to be cheerful as a Manchester United fan this summer? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.